purpose and value in life. No, it's not simple. It can involve quite a lot of hard work, but if you stick to it and work at it, it's amazing what we can achieve. At times life is just full of, well, life really. Nothing really new is happening, nothing exciting seems to be happening, and frankly, there isn't much else to look forward to. Well, procrastination certainly isn't going to help you, is it? We all know that. You can help yourself. So let's get going with 3 really simple tips to help create more purpose and value in life. Remember, as always, it's only us that can do these things. There's no them and they in this. Don't hang around and wait for others. There's little things that we can all do to help ourselves. So, step 1, positive reflection time. Positive. Yeah, remember the word. We all start thinking and all the negative connotations come into our head. Positive reflection time. Realistically, how do you want your life to be? No, realistically. Yeah, okay, we can dream big, but realistically, how do you want it to be? How do you want it to feel and look like every day? Write it down. Spend some time thinking about this. But I do think we do need to be a little bit realistic with it. Yeah, 2 days' time, you're not going to be sat on a yacht in Monaco. Yeah, you could perhaps sit in a hire boat on Blackpool Pier. Yeah, fair enough. But let's be realistic. What does really excite you, and what do you have a passion for? If you don't know the answer to that, we have a bit of a problem, aren't we? Yeah. What are the things that are really important to you? So get a notebook and write this down. Create a page at the back of your notebook. And every time you're having these thoughts, go and have a cup of tea with yourself. Just start to make notes. Yeah. What is it that really will excite me and I've got a passion for? Doesn't matter what it is. If that's going to bring you purpose and value in your life, hey, let's work on it. You've just got to get yourself into that right thinking time. Go and sit in the car on your own. Not necessarily driving, but just go and sit somewhere in a park or park near a park and just look outside. Just go and sit on a park bench and create some thinking time. This is very important. You've got to have positive reflection time. And every time you get negative connotations in your head, tell them to take a hike. Yeah, you're focusing on the positives. I know life can be difficult at times and we're sometimes dealt with a difficult hand, but there are things that we can do to help ourselves. Do this on a regular basis and create and block out time in your week for thinking time. If you say perhaps a Monday evening, or perhaps on the way to work, or perhaps a lunchtime, or if you're working from home, can you finish that half an hour earlier? And just create some thinking time. But be realistic, but be adventurous, outside your comfort zone. Come up with some new ideas, and never say, but I can't do that because of this, because of that. Create the ideas, and then we can then start to think of what's a way of doing it. Yeah, and write these down. And if you do like these things and these concepts, do some reading of people that have perhaps gone outside their comfort zone and changed the way that they do things. I read a lot of their books and autobiographies about people, and they always get me thinking, well, if they can do it, why can't I do it? There's often a thought, isn't it? Step 2 of the 3 steps is what you can control and do for you. Remember, this isn't for anybody else. This is for you. So what you can control, and what are you prepared to put into this, and what will give you more value and purpose in life? Just a simple thing. If you just want to improve, I don't know, a bit of fitness, bit of weight loss, being a bit more healthy, you just got to get out there and do a few steps. Then you need to do a few more steps and go for lots of little wins. You perhaps need to talk to more people. Just have 1 conversation, then perhaps have 2 conversations. Go to a cafe and just, say hello to a few more people. This can be quite hard work, but little steps, and then you just gradually make them bigger. You've got to be proactive. And as I always say, you can't wait for them and they to do things. I bet you know most of the answers of things you need to do. So, how are you going to get your backside in gear, your best foot forward and get working? can't spend all your time living on other people's empty promises. You've got to go and make things happen for you. So don't do things where you're always waiting for other people to do things. Go look in the mirror. It's down to you, and have a little chat with yourself. Yeah, but think about what you can control. Focus on what you can control, and the number one thing is you can learn control is what you need to spend your time on. There's 168 hours a week. Someone said to me at the weekend, but I don't have time to do that. Yes, you do. You just choose to do other things instead. Start taking control of your time and your actions and what you do. I can't possibly do that. Where does it say in a book that you can't do those things? Learn to say no to things that you don't like doing. That's really quite important. Yeah, and if that's within your control, okay, I appreciate we've all got responsibilities, but there are quite a lot of things that we can say no to, and people. And when you start doing that, you realise, actually, I've got a bit more control over what I do and where I spend my time. It can be tough going, but remember, you can be tough as well. Just remember that, and it's quite a good phrase to write down. It can be tough going, but you can be tough as well. Step 3 of the 3 steps, small steps create big gains. I like this. I've already sort of mentioned this, but create some small wins by doing some small steps towards what you want to develop and how you want to have your own purpose and value. Yeah, as I said, just literally physically doing small steps. Changing small eating habits, getting back in contact with people, go and do things that give you pleasure. Yeah, reading more, doing art, listening to music, going out, going to sports events, going to watch music. These are all little things that we can start to do, but you've got to start with yourself. Make that call. Yeah, sometimes you just got to phone someone up. We always say, yeah, but it's always me that has to organise everything. Well, if you didn't do it, nobody would do it. Think about that you're a positive impact on others because you are good at organising. You have the ability to do it. So go and make that call, send that message, do that exercise, speak to that person, organise that event, organise just getting together, change your routine. Don't just accept that's the way it is. This is what I'm like. Yeah, create that positive mindset for you. Yeah, I can do this. Yes, you can. Go and say that to yourself on a lot more regular basis. And sometimes look back on things that you have achieved and think, yeah, those small steps, small step, small step, small step. Because the small steps create the big gains. Yeah, and that's step number 3. So there you have it. 3 steps to help you create more value and purpose in your life. But you've got to work at it. It isn't just going to happen. So create that positive, I say it again, positive reflection time. You've got to create thinking time. Negative connotations and thoughts come into your head, tell them to take a hike. Think of a positive reaction to the negative ones that you get in your head. Step number 2, what can you control and what can you do for you? Yeah. Step number 3, small wins create big gains. So there's your 3 steps. Give them a go. Let me know how you get on. But enjoy the journey and give it everything. Be you.